The comedian Louis C.K. went on Conan O'Brien's show, and he made his case for Hillary Clinton. Let's see how that went.
Who were you supporting?
I'm going to vote for Hillary because and it's stupid to say because I'm a performer and so I'm splitting my audience in half, but I think she's great. It's not like a lesser of two evils. I think she's great. I really like her. I think she's really talented, and I think she's super smart, and I think she's done this I would take her over anybody. There really isn't it's not because of between the two of them. I would take her over anybody else that would do it. And to me, it's really exciting to have the first mother in the White House. That's what I think. It's not about the first woman. It's about the first mom.
Now, what is it about a mom?
Because a mother, she's got it. A mother just does it. She's got she feeds you and teaches you. She protects you. She takes care of a father. We've had 240 years of fathers. Father after father. Bald father, fat father, every kind of father. And fathers are okay. I'm a father. Yeah. You're a dad. You're a dad. A great father can give a kid 40% of his needs. Top out of 40%.
You want people, yes. You want. You really changed my mind. I was all in for Trump. I'm glad you're here. But you know what? You feel a specific need, or it's important to you that people get out and vote, especially. There's some younger people out there, millennials, that say, "Oh, I don't know if this is a good choice for me here. I don't know if I'm going to vote or I'm undecided." What
exactly? I don't have any quarrel with somebody who votes for Trump if that's what they feel that they want. But if you don't vote at all because you just I don't know about her, she's like, if you're like a liberal who's not going to vote, you're a piece of because wait a minute because. This is what they're like, I don't really like her voice. Grow the Are you kidding me? Grow up. So this is my feeling overall. I think if you vote for Hillary, you're a grown-up.
Yeah.
If you vote for Trump, you're a sucker.
Right.
If you don't vote for anybody, you're an asshole.
Right.
That's what I think, overall.
I hate this election so much. I hate it so much. A lot of people who I like, I'm like, oh, it's hard to keep liking you now. Louis C.K. is one of them. I honestly think he's one of the best comedians out there. He always makes me laugh. I think he's great. But when he says stuff like this, it's like, oh, you sound so stupid. Now, to be fair to him, I cut out a lot of there was a lot of bit material in the middle there that I cut out, and you can go watch the whole thing. It's on YouTube. He was on Conan O'Brien's show. And some of the bit stuff is funny, like I giggled at certain points of it, but you just got like the meat there and his actual message there. And it's just, that's such a symbol of how older generations are looking at millennials in this election and how every single perception that they have of millennials is just factually wrong. So this is similar to Bill Maher's argument the other day. You guys aren't cynical. That means you would have to learn stuff. You didn't learn anything. You don't know enough. That's a similar argument he's making. Like, millennials are saying, like, I don't like her voice. That's why I don't want to vote for her. But that's not what they're saying. You just made that up. So what are they actually saying? Well, fucking talk to them. Talk to me. I'm a millennial. I host a political fucking show. A decent number of people listen. A lot of people, everybody who listens to my show certainly is educated on the issues, because that's all we fucking talk about is the issues. Millennials are the generation of the internet. We're the generation that goes to Google to fact check anything. You guys are the generation who sits at a bar and talks out of your ass all day about, fucking bro science theories that you just make up. So don't give us that. And by the way, I'm not going to malign his entire generation, because that's not fair, and they're not all like that. But then they shouldn't turn around and besmirch our generation like that, because it's not true. The thing is, we don't know too little about Hillary Clinton. We know too much about Hillary Clinton. And this isn't me saying she's not the lesser of two evils. Yet again, I'll be clear, I think she is the lesser of two evils. But here's another comedian. Last time it was Bill Maher, now it's Louis C.K., specifically and explicitly rejecting the idea that she's a lesser of two evils. He said, quote, I think she's great. I think she's great. It's not a lesser of two evils. I would take her over anybody. Well then, Louis, I hate to turn it around to you. You're the moron. You're the one who has shitty reasons for voting the way you do. Because the reality is, millennials are iffy on Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton voted for the Iraq War. That was a defining moment of our childhoods if you're a millennial. And that was not okay. We learned, oh shit, we waged an offensive war against a country that didn't attack us, and hundreds of thousands of people died. Wow, that's fucked up. That's what we know about the war. This is the war we grew up with. And you're going to go out there and say, yeah, grow up if you don't want to vote for her. She voted for the war. We were against the war. That seems like a big deal. A lot of people died. She voted for the Patriot Act, which started NSA spying and took away constitutional rights of people. When all the hard questions came up, she was reliably on the wrong side of it. So that's why we don't like her. Her close ties to Wall Street. We're not stupid, Louis. We look at her close ties to Wall Street and we understand why they exist. We understand that she does favors for them and she uses resources within the government for them. And while she's doing that, that's selling the government out to the highest bidder and to the corporations and to the billionaires. And you snub the American people in the process. You're not really looking out for us. That's why people are mad at her, man. I'm so sick of this fucking having to pretend that she's so good and she's so great and she's so special and I would want her over anybody else because I'm a fucking idiot. That's not... I think the part that got me the most upset was, it's the grown-up thing to do. It's the grown-up thing to do. This unearned sense of smugness. I'm doing the right thing, thank you very much. I'm going to vote for the war criminal and for the Wall Street sellout, and it's the right thing to do. You're just making yourself feel better about this shitty candidate who has done a lot of terrible things and who is a sellout. You're making yourself feel better about voting for her. Dude, again, I wouldn't be doing this segment. If you came out there and you made a lesser of two evils argument, I'd be agreeing with you. I'd be saying, yeah, let me explain why she's the lesser evil. On the Supreme Court, it's not even close. She's way better. On climate change, it's not even close. She's way better. On regulation policy, on tax policy, not even close. She's way better. But you're not making the lesser of two evils argument. You're trying to pretend like she's great, and you're trying to pretend like liberals who don't vote for her are pieces of shit. I tend to think the exact opposite. Everybody who's voting for Jill Stein is voting for Jill Stein because they like what she stands for. She stands for an actual progressive message, an actual liberal message, and she stands for what the Democratic Party is supposed to stand for. Hillary Clinton stands for what the Republicans used to stand for. So pat yourself on the back, Louis C.K. Turns out you're what used to be considered a Republican.